Meltdown presents The Disney Click with Rick and Briers. This podcast is sponsored by Meltdown Comics and Collectibles in Hollywood, California. Find Meltdown on meltcomics.com. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Disney Click with your hosts.
I'm Rick.
And I am Briers.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
What do we have on this fine episode, Briers?
On this fine episode, we have our top 5 is songs from a Disney animated film. And we're going to be playing clips of the songs that we've chosen, songs of which we have not shared with one another per our usual way of going about the top 5.
Yeah, I'm curious how this is going to turn out, as always, but this is something that I don't really know that I could guess what you're going to like.
I guess it hasn't come up music specifically within the animated genre.
We've talked a lot about the films, but when it comes to the music, I don't think we talk about that so much. And I happen to be actually a big music lover. I enjoy. I don't know why I'm kind of saying this sheepishly, but I like Broadway musicals. That's something that I feel like I'm not supposed to like it. I don't know why, but I really enjoy them. And so the Disney animated films are. I agree. And the Disney animated musicals are an extension of that. Very much so. So
well, and recently, with Frozen, they're now
using Beauty and the Beast and Lion King.
They're using writers from Broadway, and then the films go to Broadway oftentimes.
Right. I saw Aladdin recently in New York City. I really enjoyed that. So it's I'm a fan. So that's part 1 of this show. What's part 2?
Part 2 is Stump Rick.
It's my turn.
It's Rick's turn in the hot seat, and I have prepared some questions for him, all specifically pertaining to the Disneyland park.
I'm not sure how I'm going to do on this. I'm not a great trivia person, but I feel like if there's a topic I might have a shot, it's going to be this one.
I think you'll do great.
Okay.
I believe in you.
I like the confidence.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you always just amaze me with what you can pull out.
You're really setting it up now for me. Wrong.
No. The questions are not insane. You're not going to be like, what? I have no idea. I mean, but just, in our conversations each week, you always know a lot, especially when it comes to Disneyland. So.
Well, hopefully I will not disappoint you.
Yeah, I'm setting you up. Maybe I'm, what is it, like Color of Money?
I don't know.
Where you pretend oh gosh,
faking
what am I
me out?
of?
I don't know.
What's that word? The word?
I was thinking self-fulfilling prophecy, faking me out, but none of those are what you are talking about.
No, it's going to drive me nuts
now.
Well, if it comes to me,
you have to live the rest of this episode with that.
Thinking,
we'll be in the middle talking. She'll be like, "Oh yes,
this
is the word."
I'll shout it out.
Yes, it's like we can never think of Kristoff from Frozen.
Yes, you can. I can think of Sven, but not Kristoff.
Not Kristoff. So anyway, why don't we get this started?
Let's do it.
And now, the Disney list.
All right. So, as we said, this is the top 5 Disney animated songs from Disney animated films. There's a lot to choose from. I don't want to get too much into giving away, but there's definitely a pattern for me, and I'll touch upon it as we go through the list. Okay, I'm curious.
I saw a pattern.
Crossover. I'm thinking we might not have any crossover in this one.
None.
I have a feeling that you have a different
0.
taste. There might be one, because the love averages kind of with us seem to be around 1, but I don't know. I don't know.
I think there'll be crossover because I don't know. The ones I've chosen, I'm like, there's no way you didn't choose any of these. They're all so great. But maybe that's just my own bias coming through.
I don't know that I went super obvious, but I also didn't go super obscure.
I'm kind of a mix.
Right.
I don't know.
There's one film. There's one film that I won't mention now, but I hope I don't forget later to talk about that. I really like several songs from it, but I just had 5 more that really felt more important to me, even though I love these songs.
2 strong honorable mentions that could have easily, made the top 5.
Right.
But and there's some I chose all for specific reasons. So you want to start us out?
Sure, I'll start us out.
Number 5.
Let's go number 5. Let's take a little listen.
Cue the music first. I like it. He's directing.
Your face, and it's nothing like I've ever known before. Love is an open door. Love is an open door. Love is an open door. With you, with you, with you, with you. Love is an open door.
Now, I can't tell if Briers likes this choice. I had to give a little Frozen love here.
Yeah.
Look, we kind of have a little bit of a love-hate relationship, I would say.
Definitely.
On the show. It's kind of hard to get out of our own feelings that we're tired of Frozen. But if I can go back to when it started, when I started to see it, and I saw it for the first and then the second time, and then I saw the third and the fourth and the fifth, and my kids were crazy about it. This
2
song,
years ago now.
yeah,
Which is crazy.
Is it 2 years ago? Yeah, okay,
Crazy.
This song is, it instantly gets me kind of singing along with. I like to joke, sing it with my daughter who hates when I sing it with her, and I think it's just such an upbeat. It's a shame that the two characters, it ends up
that he's nuts.
He's a bad guy. That it's a shame that this song happens that way, because I think it's such a sweet song.
Yeah.
And it's a great melody. I really I like when when they sing about the synchronization and they do the clock. I can picture the song along with the visuals.
Yeah.
And that for me is a winning song in the universe. And while I'm tired of Frozen, this is a song that has very much stuck with me. And there's several songs from Frozen, by the way, that I really like. And Let It Go is not one of them. Let It Go is great to the fireworks in Disneyland, but Let It Go, hearing it again, I am tired of that one. But this one I still comes on, and I'm sort of like, I like this. And this was written by, Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez.
Husband and wife team.
Yep, and sung by Kristen Bell and Santino Fontana as Hans and Anna. And I think it's a wonderful. It really is a great song.
Yes.
I don't know. Is it a surprise that I picked that one?
Yeah, I think I'm surprised you picked a song from Frozen. It entered my mind to do the same. For me, I feel like it's still so recent that it's like, do these songs belong in the top 5 of every? Maybe in like 10 years when we could see if they've stood the test of time, which I think they will. I went
for what I was feeling. I thought about that too. I thought this might be a little too recent. I'm not sure, but the fact is, it's what I'm feeling now. It's a song I have positive memories. I love.
Absolutely.
I love embarrassing my young daughter, and just like it has the mix of everything I like. So
I think they will. But that was what I struggled with.
But that's not the one that's going to be remembered. I mean, it's going to be Let It Go, right? I Fixer Upper is really good.
I think Do You Want to Build a Snowman is always.
See, that's my least favorite.
Really,
of all.
I think especially with the kids, they love to do that.
Right.
To sing that song.
Yeah, I mean,
like tick tock, and all the little moments. Yeah.
Yeah, like when there's little moments. I get it. I just, for some reason, that song is probably my least favorite of the bunch.
I'll be interested to see which one. I mean, Let It Go just always jumps out.
Yeah.
But pushing that aside, which one will stand the test of time?
Something you'll see among my list really is, and Love Is an Open Door kind of fits under this with a few exceptions. I like really the upbeat, fun numbers versus the, and I think Let It Go and even Let It Want to Build a Snowman are a little bit more lower key, a little bit more emotional.
Okay.
I tend to like the toe-tappy, fun stuff.
Same.
Okay. Okay.
No.
We might have some.
I know. I think that's a good segue because my number 5 is pretty upbeat. So cue it up.
Mr. Lancer, what will your pleasure be?
Let me take your order, jot it down.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
Life is your restaurant, and
I'm your melody.
Come on, whisper what it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Yeah, this is a good one.
This is our song.
I will.
Rick,
yeah.
You've never had a friend like me.
Briers is very into proving that we get along. We do like each other. We do like each other, people. It's you talk about it. This is on my list. I will say that.
Okay. So that was Friend Like Me from 1992's Aladdin, sung by Mr. Robin Williams, as everyone knows. And I think too, his recent passing away has definitely. I think regardless, the song was always. it's a great movie and great songs throughout.
It shows off his voice talent as well. You know, it goes with the visuals, as you said.
Yes, yeah. And I mean, I think some parts were improvised. It's just it's so funny and original, and it's the introduction of this iconic character, and he just pops out of the genie bottle, and it's like, from the word go, you're at 60 miles an hour. And it's another one of those songs, coming off of the one you just had, that you hear it and you can't help but just start singing along as much as you can keep up, because there's so many words in it and so many little moments. And yeah, it'll always be one of my favorite songs. And I think for everyone that's a Disney fan, it's a top song. Yeah,
it's one of my favorite songs because I picture the character so vividly with this song. I also love it when it came on the soon to go away California Adventure musical. They do a big stage number around Friend Like Me and the Aladdin Spectacular. It's just a fun song with an upbeat that really highlights the acting voice talent of Robin Williams and fits the movie very well. So I'm really just I'm in agreement with you. So I don't want
the composer. It's composed by Alan Menken, and writer is Howard Ashman, and
they show up on my list.
Oh my gosh, I want to be besties with Alan Menken. I was like, dude knows how to write a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept. Yeah, I really like his stuff. Like I was looking up the behind the scenes of all the songs, the creators of them. I was like, Alan, back again.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in agreement.
Maybe more crossover.
Yeah, there might
but
be
he's
more
done
than
a lot.
thought.
So
I thought you would have a little bit more, sort of
current
ballad kind of romantic kind of stuff going on.
Is there like a song example of that?
Well, I don't want to. I thought maybe you would have something like. You don't have to say whether you have it or not, but I thought you'd have something like Beauty and the Beast or something like that on there. I guess I'm I don't have
like
Beauty and the Beast.
The Beauty and the Beast song.
The Beauty and the Beast song.
Tale as Old as Time.
Yeah. I thought you might have something like that. I don't have that on my list.
There's still 4 more to go.
Absolutely. Okay.
Speaking of, you want to do your number 4?
Let's do number 4.
It don't take a word, not a single word. Go on and kiss the girl. Sing with me now. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, by your mind, look like the boy too shy. Ain't gonna kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, if that's sad, a little shame, too bad. He gonna miss the girl.
I can't help but hear the seagull singing like his guttural, but that Samuel Wright sings that song, Sebastian. And written
Samuel
by,
E. Wright, I believe.
Alan Menken and Howard Ashman
Alan's
again.
back.
Right? It's,
and Howard.
This is
a good duo.
This is a little bit, I guess, as soft as I get.
Yeah, you picked
I understand.
A lovier song.
But this is kind of it's sort of a funny, fun, kind of good, upbeat, slow rhythm. I don't know how to describe it except to say that I like what it is. It's got a great swell at the end. All the pieces kind of come in.
Her name is Ariel. I just remember that part. I love that.
Do that one more time.
Ariel. Her name is Ariel.
Yeah, it's a great song. Little Mermaid has some wonderful music in it.
Might be a questionable princess.
Yes,
as we
talked about. But
that aside,
it's got a lot of good music, and Under the Sea is an absolute classic. Not on my list. You don't have to say not on my list. I think I just heard it so many times, going on the ride so many times, and seen the movie so many. But it is a great song. It's so upbeat and so calypso, whatever. And so I decided to kind of throw a curve and go with Kiss the Girl.
Can I just point out this is your second love song in a row?
Yes,
Rick,
it is. But Love is the Open Door is a much more upbeat.
Yeah, but
song,
they're still
okay,
both
fair enough.
Straight up romance love songs. Just saying.
I'll have to stop. I quickly correct that in my next several.
Okay.
So I don't feel too bad about that.
I'm looking. I don't know if I have any love songs.
Really? Boy, you are just a cold, hard person.
Yeah,
aren't you?
picking all these poppy Disney songs. I'm crazy. I'm evil.
Do you like Kiss the Girl?
I love it.
Okay.
I love the entire soundtrack for The Little Mermaid. I think is one of the best. If we were talking, which we've talked about doing this possibly, looking at soundtracks as a whole and ranking them based on the entire collection, which I think would still be interesting
Sure.
to do. And Little Mermaid would almost definitely be on there because it's just like hit after hit, so good. And we have a family tradition that started when I guess, Little Mermaid came out in 1989, so right around when I was born.
Right.
And we had a family tradition from before I can remember. Every time we would go to the beach, we'd have to cross this bridge to get to my grandparents' beach house. And we would always listen to Little Mermaid. And so I hear any of the music from that, and I'm instantly taken back. So I have very strong, childhood memories attached to the music. But I think it is also excellent music.
Yeah.
Alan, well done. Wherever you are, we applaud you.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Alan Menken.
I guess so.
He's my next song again.
Oh, well, then we might as well go to your number 4.
There's a segue for you.
Number 4.
Alan, cue it up.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I will find my way. I can go the distance.
Do you know what that's from? Even Rick is looking very confused.
Is it Hercules?
It is Hercules.
Okay. All right.
It is.
Whoa. I was a little. Hercules is not one of my. A lot of people think that's kind of an underrated film. It's not one of my favorites.
Not one of mine either.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the film. I'm a huge fan of the soundtrack to Hercules, and I was actually between this and Meg's song "Won't Say I'm in Love," which I would sing around the house alone as a child so much. This one I just love the build of it and the anthem feel, and it's his, every character has their I want song,
right? Right.
This is my dream is to this, and this is Hercules, Go the Distance, again by Alan Menken. Lyricist this time is David Zippel. Good job, David. Well done.
I like his last name, Zippel.
Yeah, right.
Anything rhymes with nipple can't be bad, right?
Great last name. You're killing it, David. David Z. So again, I'll agree with you right there. Not a huge fan of Hercules. I think it's still very funny. All the Hades is a great character.
Right. Didn't they go kind of a little bit the gospel way with
the music. The first song, I forgot about that song. I mean, any of the Hercules songs. It would be on my top 5 soundtracks.
Right. I have to go back and
just listen to the music.
It's not one that I've seen Hercules.
Don't watch the movie. No offense.
Just listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah, just download the soundtrack or just get it on Spotify for free.
Well, I'm glad I at least got that was from Hercules. I was a little worried. I'm like, wow, okay, I don't.
Well, it's not instantly recognizable.
No. And there's nothing about that identifies it as Hercules either.
Yeah, it's his just anthem, and I love that song.
I didn't think there was a Disney show about a marathon runner or something. Yeah.
I can make it 26 miles. It does sound like he is a runner. But yeah, that's my kind of wild card.
Right.
The rest won't have that blank.
Oh, I'm bummed. I like when you do the wild card thing.
Well,
you got to be true to yourself.
Yeah, yeah. That's one that just I know that other people that probably would not be in their top 5.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the wild card.
Yeah, I know you do. Look at us.
All right.
Are we best friends? What? Okay, your number 3.
My number 3. Let's do it.
Cue it.
Yeah, we've heard this before.
Do we pick the same segment too?
No,
Who are we?
Different.
Oh, never mind. I was trying to have another
Mason,
moment. I was trying to be friends.
Producer extraordinaire.
Yes.
Made sure not to mix them up.
Well done.
Yeah. The big finish.
Okay. Oh, that's right. His voice is just.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so genie.
What can I say that you haven't said already, or that I haven't said already? It's a song that matches the voice talent to the character to the scene, in a very good film. I like the film a lot, and it really is what a big show-stopping number should be in a Disney musical. So that's why I have it there. It could have been higher for me, but I don't know. This seemed right. I think I had a couple on my mind before this one, but this is certainly in the conversation as best Disney songs for me.
No, it's. So. I mean, it's a great one.
Yeah.
I think most people would agree with
We'll
us.
see. Some people might be sick of it. I don't know.
Even if they don't, we agree with each other. And that's all that matters.
Right.
Because we're agreeing about a song called Friend Like Me. I mean, come on. Friendship goals. Everyone's jealous.
Briers really wants to make sure that people know we like each other, right? So did I mention that already?
Well, sometimes we definitely love to disagree and have our moments. That still could happen.
Oh, yeah. I count on it.
Okay. See,
I mean,
there it is. We're back. We're back at square one. Feeling good.
Or feeling bad.
Ooh.
All right. Why don't you go to your number 3?
Okay. Let's keep with the suspense and cue it up.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too
Don't cry, Briers. It's okay.
Thank
It's
you.
okay. This is
Thanks.
a nice choice. It was under consideration for my list. Didn't make it, but it was definitely. It's just the classic. It is the classic old.
So classic.
Song.
It's classic Disney, and it's funny because I wasn't expecting to choose it, but as I was going through, I always give due diligence and consider every film that's in the running.
Right. It's from Pinocchio.
From
in case
Pinocchio,
people don't know.
1940. It's Jiminy Cricket, played by Cliff Edwards, written by Lee Harline and Ned Washington. Those sound like names from the 40s.
They kind of do,
Lee
don't
Harline and Ned Washington. Sorry, I don't know.
Get
if
me
that
Ned
offends
Washington.
people from the 40s. Yeah, give me Ned Washington on the phone. The second I listen to it, it just, for me, it takes me back to my childhood memories of going to Walt Disney World. Or I feel like it's used a lot in advertising for Disney. It's just classic, it's nighttime, the fireworks are about to start, and, here you are at Disney World as a child, make your wish and it will come true. So it's almost shifted away, and I don't really truly associate it with Pinocchio, and I'm not that fond of the film, but the song is just like killer. I feel like Walt himself is, holding Mickey's hand walking down Main Street, and it's being
it's what
played.
I think. As I say, I probably associate it more with Disney World or Disneyland, the castle,
absolutely,
the commercials, the dream, the happiest place on earth, than I do with the film.
Same.
Just maybe it's from years of hearing it in the Disney logo
Exactly.
in the films
No, that's
or the
exactly.
commercials, right?
Yeah, they've done. I think that's what they wanted to do with the song, because Pinocchio wasn't killing it at DVD sales, probably. I don't know. Maybe that's not to offend Pinocchio. It's just not.
Well, that might not be true. It's a nice song, but
they've just taken it.
It was
it's
a
kind
different
of become
time.
like the trademark.
Right. When
it's become the
Pinocchio and
trademark
Sleeping Beauty,
castle. Look at the castle. Make your wish.
Right. When they came out, it was a different. There weren't DVDs when those movies.
Right.
Came
Well,
out,
I mean,
so.
the re-release of it.
Right.
I'm sure they're
Right.
like, Pinocchio's out of the vault, and kids are like, great, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sing "Let It Go" again.
Right.
So that's my
very nice.
that's my nostalgia
I
moment.
considered it.
Definitely my oldest song on here by
doesn't get too
like
much older
50
than that.
years.
Yeah. I had a lot of considerations under old films.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this now and hope that I don't step on your toes, but The Jungle Book is a movie that I'm not a huge fan of, but I love the songs. It's a very kind of jazzy soundtrack, and you got like Friend Like Me and King of the Swingers, and gosh, I'm forgetting the other one that forgetting. There's 3 that really are like,
And you're talking to the wrong person.
Yeah,
I'm not a
you know,
big Jungle
King of the Swingers,
Book
Friend Like Me,
soundtrack.
and-
Is this a segue into your
No,
next?
it's
okay.
not. I'm just saying that this was I considered.
understand
I considered
knowing-
several songs saying
right.
I like this song a lot. I like this song a lot.
But if you didn't like the movie, it was hard for you to choose it.
Well, I guess part of me wanted to have a bigger association with the song and the movie together, and I didn't feel it in neither ones. You know, I mean, King of the Swingers, I believe it was King Louie, and he's dancing around with his monkey minions, and I do kind of remember that, but it's not something that's stuck in my head. But I want to give The Jungle Book as a whole.
Oh, that would maybe be in your top 5 soundtracks then?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think of it. Possibly. Maybe.
Stay tuned.
They
We'll
certainly.
see.
the songs I considered were certainly, as I said, King of the Swingers or not Friend Like Me. Oh gosh, I'm just losing everything.
And I wish I can't help you out because I'm not into the Jungle Book.
Well, it was what was it? So I have King of the Swingers, and I also have I want to be like you. I want to be like you.
Okay.
So there's just a lot of fun songs, and then and I think I like the jazzy upbeat. But I'm.
So your
I
number
digress.
2.
My
You want
number
to
2.
go into that?
I think number 2 we shall hear it, and I will talk about it.
Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your day.
Yeah, sing it, kid. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
So this is probably something that gets me very much. It makes me happy. That's the nice thing I can say about it. It makes me happy. I like The Lion King. I've also
Might be like the happiest song.
It could be. Yeah. It
Quite
obviously
possibly.
It obviously is.
Means no worries.
Right. It's
For the
basically
rest
in
of your
the title.
days.
The Lion King is. I like The Lion King. We've talked about it. It's not one of my absolute
Classic.
favorites. Where I know you love it.
Mm-hmm.
But this song to me is just so much fun. I like the message. It's happy, peppy, bouncy. It's hard to not tap your toes to it. I like singing it when I'm alone. You know, when I hear it, just kind of something you want to.
Oh, it's great.
You know, and it's our Elton John and Tim Rice.
Elton John and Tim Rice. Same team behind Aida.
Okay.
Huge Aida fan.
All right.
Sidebar.
All right. And the song by Nathan Lane, Ernie Sabella, Jason Weaver, and Joseph Williams are all the characters. Young Timba and old.
Simba.
Did I say Timba?
Whoa.
Simba, yeah. Sorry, Simba.
Timon, Pumbaa, Simba. I'm here to fact
That's
check
okay.
with Lion King. I
no,
can't
knew-
help with Jungle
I
Book.
knew it was Simba. Just I caught myself.
That's
Thank
fine.
you for
No,
catching
you're
me.
fine. I'm not. It's not in a negative way.
Okay.
I'm not calling you out.
Okay. All right,
Friendship.
Simba. I do claim not
Got
to
your back.
favorite. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a really great song, and I mean, I don't guess I'd have a ton to say about it outside of the fact that it just makes me happy.
Oh
And,
my gosh, you
know,
can't. Like some of these songs, maybe people that are like more pessimistic or Scroogey, you could play it and they'll just kind of sit there and pout. But that one, it's like, come on, you've got a problem if you don't like have a little like Hakuna Matata.
You are just destined to be unhappy and miserable if you don't have a little Hakuna Matata like in you.
Yes.
Right.
I instantly see that visual. I love that beautiful moment when they're walking across the log and Simba is aging.
Yep.
I love that. It's
Right.
just so it's interesting because they had so little color-wise in that movie because it's just, the African desert, and they took these colors and it's so vibrant and beautiful. And that's a whole beautiful moment.
Yeah, I agree.
But talk about another soundtrack that would be in my top 5. Oh, yeah.
A lot of love for that.
Yeah, and maybe
Can You Feel the Love Tonight, I should
there'll
say.
be some more on mine.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That's another one, I think. Or Circle of Life. Those are songs that I picture you maybe really liking, like something like that.
Okay.
That's
okay.
kind of- yeah.
But they're two different songs.
Well, but
Different
those are
moods. One is
Circle
a
of
lot
Life and Can You
ampy,
Feel the
more
Love?
yes.
I guess so, but they're
Can
they're
You Feel
both.
the Love Tonight seems like it'd be on your list tonight, sir.
It's very. No, I don't know about that. But
Yes.
they're both very.
You have
kinda,
had love song after love song.
Love is an Open Door is kind of a fake love song, though.
Well, that's up for debate.
They feel it at the time. Is that why it's a true
Yeah,
love song?
in the moment,
Okay.
they are confessing their love.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm the romantic here.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
You're not the romantic.
No, I don't think. I've
Okay.
never claimed to be that.
Oh, all right. So cool.
Yes.
So cool. All right, why don't you go into your number 2, Cole
Okay.
McColderson here?
My number 2, let's listen to some more Alan Menken.
The human world, it's a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got up there. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things
Very nice,
around
Brier.
you.
This
Very
is
nice.
an amazing song. This
It's
could
a
be my
great-
number one.
I talked about it already, right? I mean, I
Yes.
yeah.
Well, you gave it a
Yeah.
shout out.
Okay.
But I love that you chose a different Little Mermaid song because I think that just shows that it's.
I would have
it's
thought it would
such
have been
a-
the other way around, by the way. And until now, I would have thought you might have gone Kiss the Girl and I would have gone Under the Sea.
But again, you're thinking I'm the romantic here.
I know.
I'm not. I guess I'm the party animal because I'm like, let's just
You-
under the sea, people. Life is better.
Party animal is not what I would describe you as, but to know
You don't know
Briers.
me, Rick.
I'm sorry.
You
yeah.
don't know
Are
my
you a
life.
party animal? Are you a party animal?
When I'm underwater, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Hanging with my pal Sebastian.
Give us a little background on Under the Sea, party animal under the sea.
I mean, going back, I've shared my feelings on the Little Mermaid soundtrack. Now I have mega childhood attachment to it. And that it would be a top soundtrack for me. And out of all the songs, so I knew I wanted to choose one song. I wasn't going to fill all 5 with Little Mermaid songs. And this is my favorite Little Mermaid song. And it's interesting because you mentioned the ride and how you've maybe heard it too much. Whereas on the ride, my favorite part of the Little Mermaid ride is the under the sea room where you're in the entire room and you're hearing this song and all the fish are
Right.
dancing. They're like karate chopping.
Oh, I wait to hear the
turtles. Oh my
blowfish blow.
gosh.
He goes, yeah. I don't think they do that in the ride, do they?
Oh, really?
I don't think so. I don't know. I got to listen
paid
next time.
attention,
I'm sure I'll be on it again.
Oh my gosh, all the
20
little
times.
side and how the animals are like doing backup. It's just, but that whole, and I love that in that room too. You see the other people on the ride, so you can see like your friends or just see you can see people across the room like still jamming to the song.
Right. Who were the
fun
writers,
song.
composers, and performers? I know.
Yeah, Alan Menken.
There you go. All right. I was leading in. I was setting you up for that.
Great, my main man, Alan, and lyrics, Howard Ashman. Again, yeah, Howard. So yeah, and Samuel E. Wright.
Samuel Wright, right.
Yeah, so we got our same vocal talent on it. Sebastian kills it in that movie.
He has a lot of good songs.
It's just such, and I clearly, I guess I go for the poppier, fun, like make you want to dance and.
Are you
throw your
am I
hands
about to
up
hear
in the-
Hakuna Matata as number one?
No,
Okay.
no, we have no repeats.
Okay. Well, we did have one. We had not Under the Sea. We had
Friend Like Me,
was our
and I
repeat.
don't know your number one.
That's true. That's true.
So
Okay.
watch out.
All right, watch out. Did you have anything else you want to say about Under the Sea?
No, that's it.
Okay. So before you play the number one, there's a clear message in my list is that I consider
You love love.
I do love love. I love love.
I love
tend
to party.
I'm very clearly in the sort of I don't know, do we call it the Renaissance? I don't know that the Little Mermaid, Lion King.
The 90s.
The 90s.
Late 80s,
Late
yeah.
80s and 90s. That tends to be where
Mine's 80%
right.
that.
And it's not that they're Tangled has some great songs in it, and I said Frozen, and I will say I considered from Dig a Little Deeper from Princess and the Frog. I really like that song a lot.
I love that song.
I really like that song. And that
now I'm like having guilt that I didn't choose it.
Yeah, that might have been my number 6 off the.
I think because overall that soundtrack I like, but I don't love the whole
There's some great
album.
songs on it, but it doesn't. But I like
love
the
her
New
song
Orleans
where
jazz.
she talks
New
about
Orleans
her
jazz.
dreams.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Right.
Tiana, where she says talks about owning her.
Almost there.
Yes.
Almost there.
Oh, love that too. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that as a whole would be. I don't know.
So, but
it's tough.
So I obviously have a love for this, and Tiana's a little bit later, and then
Yeah,
the Wish Upon a Star and Jungle Book are a little bit earlier.
It's that thing I think I mentioned earlier is with like Let It Go and
Right.
these songs. We know they've stood the test. They've already proven themselves because they're still so iconic.
But that doesn't for me.
20 years later. That's my.
But for
my
me,
thinking.
I should have had like Hi Ho or something on my or Bibbidi Bobbidi, Boo.
Because you saw it in theaters as a child.
No, I was. yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not even born. Okay, don't age me here. But
Sorry,
those should be
easy.
classics. But to me, they're not my childhood. They're not what I remember.
yeah.
So while I really love those songs, they're not my favorites.
And those are a little more. I don't know. It's like.
Oh, they're classic. They're kind of old timey.
But we've all
more.
chosen ones we like to kind of sing along
They
to
resonate
and get
for us.
into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this my number one is perhaps a little bit of an odd one to choose, but man, I love this song.
I don't know what. Now I'm like, are we gonna have the same number one?
I hope not.
I hope not too.
No one's been like Gaston, a kingpin like Gaston.
No one's got a swell cleft in his chin like Gaston.
As a specimen, yes, I'm intimidating. I want a guy like Gaston. Give 5 hurrahs, give 12 hip hips.
Gaston is the best and the rest is all to rips.
So I just picture swinging that mug of beer, in the air, and just kind of
making a mess in there.
Just like, it's such a great song. Beauty and the Beast, as I've said, is my favorite animated Disney film.
Mm-hmm.
That is my favorite song from that musical. It is. Look, Gaston is so despicable of a person. He's just everything wrong with the male chauvinist and all that. But it's such a wonderful, comically just manly song, like ego boost for Gaston, that it's. I love it. I love the sound of it. I like the fact that he beats up on everybody. He has hair on his all his chest and drinks the eggs. And
it's funny, yeah.
It's just such a good song. And the Broadway show, it's my favorite musical number in the Broadway show. Maybe because of the song. Yeah, I don't know, right? It's a little different. It's not what you would expect. I don't think.
Oh my gosh, I'm shocked.
Yeah. What would you think?
Surprised.
What would you think? I'm just curious.
Any of your other 4, I would not have been surprised if they were number 1.
I know. And this is a Howard Ashman and Alan Menken.
Alan.
Yep. And
it wouldn't be a number 1 without Alan.
And Jesse Corti. I hope I'm saying Corti for LeFou, and Richard White as Gaston.
Interesting.
It's such a good song. I don't know.
See, I've mentioned Belle is my favorite princess.
Right.
Hands down. She's so educated and amazing.
And she wants to change men, though. Yeah.
She doesn't want to change men.
Kidding. Well, I'm not kidding, but kind of kidding.
Well, okay, but Belle's the best. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorites. It's not my favorite, but that song I don't like. I know. I don't. I just want to be honest.
It's
I know,
okay.
and I'm not hating. I'm just that song when I was little, and maybe it is because it's more geared. That's the song for the boys, for the guys.
Well, it's for the but make no mistake, I don't like it because I like the message.
No.
I think it's so poking fun at everything that's wrong with the character.
Right. But maybe because it's so like dun 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 dun. I used to get bored as a child during that. So I was just like, when is this song? It's like the Tiki Room. I didn't
You always got to bring the Tiki Room
No,
into
I just thought like had a similar the being bored thing.
Right.
You
still brought the Tiki Room into it.
It made me think of it. But no, Beauty and the Beast, the song Beauty and the Beast is one of my 2 honorable mentions. And almost all the music from that song or from that film would be except for that one. So I love that music. And Alan did it, so I can't really hate the song that much because Alan Menken did
what?
it.
I think I like it because I think it's so different than everything else in that film. If you think about it, it really is tonally.
It's like a pause
it's very
from
different.
the darker drama.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like it. It's such a light.
I would choose Be Our Guest 100 times over.
Look, I like Be Our Guest a lot.
It is
a great song. It is a great song.
There are dancing plates.
But you know what?
I'm sorry.
Maybe this is a little vote for something that's a little bit underrated. That Be Our Guest gets a lot of play out there, and deservedly so.
Deservedly.
But Gaston. Gaston doesn't get the play.
He's a jerk.
He is a jerk, but it's a good song.
Yeah, no, I love that you were trying. I love that you did choose something that.
But I feel that way. A lot of these are. But to me, I think
that was my go the distance kind of.
Yeah, but mine was number 1, so I'm really committed.
Yeah, good for you. I couldn't commit that much. I went in a different direction.
Okay. All right. What's your number 1?
Let's find out.
Okay. I would rather.
Such a good
Briers,
song.
It's a good song, but I'd rather listen to Graceland by Paul Simon than listen to Lion King soundtrack in that song.
What?
You know Graceland. Paul
Yeah,
Simon, Graceland.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very much
Similar,
that,
you think? You mean?
yeah, it's a lot of if you listen to it, it's a lot of the African rhythms and vocals, and it's very, very heavy. It can be very heavy. It's a
I guess,
wonderful
but
album.
you don't have that attachment to the film and the story and everything. Because I'm not
Yeah,
just
I
like
mean,
I
I
love
like
the
it,
music, but I'm not just like, oh, music. I'm thinking of the moment in the film
Right.
and all of it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say right at the top that it's just interesting, but both of our number ones are from our favorite films.
Yeah.
This I would say
Not a
this
mistake.
is my
Yeah.
favorite non-Pixar animated film. And this again, Elton John and Tim Rice. The female vocals are Carmen Twilly, and the Zulu vocal opening is Lebo M. Just the initial. Let that settle. No, but this is my like ultimate childhood soundtrack. This is one of the first, if not the first film I remember seeing in theaters as a child, and my strongest memory of the music, of a lot of them, but my main one is for family vacations when we used to have to wake up at like 5 o'clock to catch a flight or 4 o'clock. We had a speaker system in our living room, and my dad would blast the Lion King soundtrack like so loud you could hear it reverberating throughout the house. And I remember, and it was this mixed thing of like you were in pain, you didn't want to wake up, but there was something funny as a child. Like you were also like excited to hear like no, Savan, like hearing that come into your bedroom. You're like, okay, now I kind of want to get up. Like it was a weird.
Right.
So I recommend it with your kids. Try it. It's kind of
Okay.
fun. It worked for us because we'd
Yeah,
be like, okay, I'm getting up.
I get- I
There's
get the-
Lion King blasting in our house,
I get
and
the
we're not usually.
positive association.
Yes,
for you.
yes.
That's nice. It's good. It's a beautiful song, but kind of dull for me. I'm
Oh,
just kind of
gosh.
yeah. I know. I get. There's a lot of love out. There's much more love out there for that than Gaston. I understand that. But
That's an understatement.
and I would say this regardless of your feelings on
Yeah,
Gaston.
yeah.
I just kind of
You're in the minority.
Doesn't move me as much as I feel like it does everybody else.
You're acting
It's
like
fine.
a hyena.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
One of the bad
I like
guys.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, and I like Hakuna Matata so. That would be. I love. I just can't wait to be king as well.
Yeah.
I used
okay.
to. I choreographed a dance with my friend to that when we were little. I had the cassette tape.
All right.
To this.
Oh,
Let's
old
throw
school
it
here.
back.
Yeah, I don't know.
90s.
I guess I just don't have this like major attachment to a lot of the Lion King.
Right.
music
Yeah, and we've
yeah,
talked about that
right.
before. I mean, because you weren't. It wasn't part of your childhood. It was like ingrained in my soul.
Right. I mean, it was definitely. I was very young when I saw it. It just didn't mean much to me. Beauty and the Beast meant a lot more to me.
Right. That makes sense.
Than Lion King. I'm not. It's a
Touché.
good choice. Good choice. I don't want to sound like sour grapes. That she didn't like it. It just doesn't.
No,
move
no,
me,
I don't
you
feel
know,
that
and
way.
and I'm definitely in the minority. That I know.
You are.
That I know. So, all right, very good. Did you have another honorable mention? Did you want to say? Or?
Yes. I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan
Yeah, it's a good one.
/ Reflection, the whole Mulan soundtrack. I really struggled not having a Mulan song. So that was, Mulan is like, that
Right.
would be in my top 5 films.
Yeah, I thought maybe we'd hear Mulan. I thought maybe that one.
I love
yeah,
Mulan.
And as I said, Bare Necessities, King of the Swingers, want to be like you, Jungle Book in general, just fun jazzy songs. Didn't make it, but I just couldn't get it in there. But I really think for a movie that I think is just so in my heart, the music is much better than the movie itself. In my
And I think our top 5 trophy today goes to Alan Menken.
I
Thank you,
you're right.
Alan. Without you, we would not have a top 5 today.
We wouldn't have.
We'd have a top 1.
Disney wouldn't exist without. Oh wait, no.
Disney
that's not true.
musicals, Disney animated film,
Right.
in the 90s particularly.
The Renaissance
80s
would
and
not have
90s.
happened.
He was killing it.
Yeah. So
He makes it look so easy.
If you guys have any thoughts or opinions, please let us know.
Share your top 5
Yeah, at the Disney Click on Twitter.
using the hashtag top 5 Disney Click. And also be sure to follow us on Instagram at the Disney Click.
Yes.
We're there.
Okay.
That's our top 5.
And now it's time for Stump Rick.
Okay, so now our next segment is Stump Rick. It's Rick's turn in the hot seat.
All right. I'm sweating here.
I'm almost more nervous because I wish I was answering again.
Oh,
I don't know.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's more fun to answer than to
Yeah,
because
because the pressure's off. It's like, oh, I didn't know the questions. Whereas I'm like, maybe my questions are too hard, too easy.
I'd say switch, but you know the answer.
Ask
so
me
it's
the
fine.
questions. Let's
You'll
see
look
how
really
I do.
good as opposed to
I've
the
never
fool I might be
seen
about
them
to look.
before.
And these are all related to
Disneyland, the park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it include California Adventure or just
no,
Disneyland?
it does
Disneyland
not
Park?
include DCA.
Okay.
And some of them will start super easy.
Oh boy. Okay.
On what day did Disneyland open?
Oh boy. Okay. 60 years ago. So we're going 1955, July 17th.
Yes. And what do you know the day of the week?
It was a weekday. It wasn't a weekend, correct?
It was a weekend.
It was a weekend. Oh, then well.
It was a Sunday.
Okay, that I didn't know.
Which I was surprised about.
Pretty
that
good. I
seems
got the date. The day. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you got the main crux of the question.
Right.
Number 2. So some of these I will ask you the question, and you can opt to have multiple choice if you don't want to answer.
Okay.
So.
All right. So far, so good. I'm
Yeah,
1 for 1.
You are 1 for 1.
Woo.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
We can stop here.
Okay.
Call it a day. Number 2. How many attractions were there on opening day?
Wow. I don't know that I'm going to get this one.
But I can give you multiple choice.
Give me multiple choice because it's going to be it's going to be an educated guess, but it's going to be just
You
that,
can
so.
phone a friend.
You don't
can
need to.
poll the audience. Okay.
That's like an older reference now these days.
I know.
Right?
That's
People know what that is.
Yeah. Do you know? Does anyone know who Regis Philbin is? Anymore?
Disney Hollywood Studios, and the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire attraction.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Throwback.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Give me multiple. choice
Okay.
here.
Multiple choice for how many attractions were there on opening day?
Attractions meaning rides and shows, or what?
I don't know if they had many shows
Okay, so we'll
then,
call it
but I
just
think
rides.
any ride.
Okay.
Rides. A 24, B 12, C 9, D 18.
I'm going 12.
Close. It's D 18.
Okay. All right.
You're close.
All right. Close enough.
You're
Yeah.
in the ballpark.
It was a random. I didn't think it would be. I didn't think it would be 24. 24 sounded too many, but I had
And
a feeling
9
it was
sounded
gonna-
too low.
Yeah,
too
9
low.
sounded too low.
18. I was surprised they had that many. I would
Really?
have felt like it was more around.
I'm curious
12.
what rides like counted in that. I'm sure that the Disneyland Railroad was there, obviously.
that
and,
would count.
And Dumbo, I think, was around. Correct. Fantasyland was certainly there when it first opened. I wonder what else would be.
Okay, number 3.
Yeah.
How many attractions are there today in
Oh, wow.
Disneyland?
How many attractions now are?
And
in
that's
existence
I
in
don't think
Disneyland?
that is not including a show.
Well, I can't. It would bore you
Gonna
guys.
start counting?
It would bore you guys to death more so than you might be bored now if I started counting in my head. So
You
I'm gonna
should
take. I'm gonna take a wild guess.
do
This
it.
is attractions. We're talking about This is rides only.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go 29.
51.
Oh my gosh, rides?
51.
Rides?
Yeah.
I would never guess that many.
I would not either.
Holy smokes!
I mean,
Way off.
maybe it's including more attractions that we think, but I think if you start to go through and
Well, Fantasyland alone probably has a good.
I mean, they could be counting
10
like
plus,
Mr. Lincoln's.
Right, and I
that's an attraction.
and I didn't count that in my mind.
Well,
So-
but that still
right,
wouldn't
sure,
have. Yeah.
sure. Wow,
Yeah, 51.
I'm way off.
Maybe we need to
Okay.
get a list and assess those 51 and see if we agree that they're all full-on attractions.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I don't think I would even gone
I
that
know
high.
we
if
always
shows
talk about
counted.
how Disneyland
Sure,
has so
but
many and they
how
fit
would you say,
so
50,
many.
53, is it?
51.
51. Just seems like a lot. I got it. I'm guessing that's not rides. That they might include some
Included
other.
some other.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. It just seems like a lot
Well,
ride-wise.
we'll have
I could be wrong.
We'll have to look into that.
Okay.
Number 4. What is the most popular Disneyland souvenir of all time?
Mickey Mouse ears.
Yes, that's it. And this is just for fun.
Sure.
But do you know how many have been sold?
Wow.
Around. I mean,
Wow.
it's an average that's probably, ticking up as we speak.
I'm worried. I'm worried about sounding like an idiot and guessing too high or too low again here. I'm going to say 30 million.
84 million.
Wow. Okay. Way low.
More than 84 million. I mean, I think
Wow.
at the time it was.
Well, just 2 more just got sold right now, as we were saying this.
and another
Wow. Okay. 84 million.
Just in the time we do this podcast. This is a lie, but I'm making up a fact. 27 ears will be sold while we've made this.
I'm gonna call it a victory that I kept it to millions.
Yeah, you kept it in a
and kind of 2-figure million.
Yeah.
Like I didn't say like 5 million. I didn't say 100 million. So that's a small victory.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm just trying to feel
you had
better
the right
about this.
idea.
Okay. These aren't easy. These are numbers that are hard to get. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you're doing great. You knew
No, I'm
you
not
knew it
doing
was
great,
ears.
but-
The question was, what's the souvenir,
Okay.
and you got that.
Okay.
Number 5. Where does Disneyland's longest-serving cast member work?
He's a restaurant worker.
Very
I
good.
want to say
Very good.
he's on Main Street somewhere.
You are warm.
Is it warm but not right? It's not Main Street.
I just didn't. Just continue.
Okay. I was thinking like Carnation Cafe.
That is correct.
Yes. All right.
And for bonus points, do you know his name?
Shmooly Poolidoo.
Close.
Okay.
Oscar Martinez.
Oh, it was very close.
So close. Do you know when he began working?
It wasn't opening day. Let's say 1962.
1 year into the park.
Oh, wow,
1956,
okay.
December of 56.
Wow.
Well done, Oscar.
How old is he now?
I didn't get any further information.
Okay.
I wanna research him a little
He's
more.
still working there, huh?
Yes.
Good for him.
As of
I've seen
the
him here
60th
and there,
anniversary.
Yeah. Okay. I'm happy I got the Carnation Cafe thing.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
That again, you got my question.
That was
the
just
other
the bonus
stuff was
stuff I'm not
just
getting.
fluff.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not getting. You have no bonus points yet.
Okay.
But you're doing great. You still have an A. Number 6. Where did some of the skeletons from Pirates of the Caribbean come from?
Oh, I know this. There's some real. I know in the headboard, the skull is a real.
Yes.
Is a real skull.
Yes.
Skeletons came. Where did they come from? Boy. They came from another attraction, or they came from. I need a hint on this one. Did they come from another attraction? Or
No, not another attraction. They're real skeletons from a facility in the LA area.
Not a morgue somewhere.
No.
I don't know. It sounds like a natural history museum or something like that. I don't know.
From-
Were this including the skull on the headboard?
So when I found this fact, it didn't specify, but a book about the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, a man was quoted as saying that a lot of the skeletons are real and that they are from UCLA's medical center.
Okay. It's
So I
funny.
guess they had been...
UCLA popped in my head, but I
okay.
didn't know. I didn't say it, obviously, strong enough to say it.
No. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
I do
now
know,
I'm going to look at those skeletons.
I do
always
know
was
that
just-
it's a real skeleton in the headboard, and I always think
Right.
that's really cool.
Yeah. And I mean, the person probably didn't, they didn't sign a waiver saying, yes, my skull may be used on this ride.
Right.
Because it's such an old ride. So it's cool to, your skeleton gets to, serve a purpose.
Right. I have no clue.
I'm into that.
I have no clue what Briers is. I didn't have a chance to study up
You
or
are
anything
doing
like that,
great.
So I feel okay about how I'm doing.
You are doing
I'm feeling
great.
I'm doing okay. Not as good as I'd like, but okay.
I did not expect you to get Carnation Cafe.
Okay.
You killed it.
All right.
You're
I
doing
killed it.
great.
All right.
Don't beat yourself up.
Okay. I won't
Okay,
do much.
this one
Will I
is
be able to
multiple
sleep tonight? I don't know.
choice. It's fun. It's
Okay.
breezy. Number 7. Which of the following are allowed on a Disney employee? So only one of these 4 is allowed. A beard. B, a mustache. C, colored hair. D, certain visible piercings.
Pretty sure it's not piercings. I'm sure it's not colored hair. So it's a beard or a mustache now? I could be wrong about everything. The piercing, I'm thinking earrings. I guess piercing counts as earrings, so that's what throws me off with the piercings. But they can take their earrings out.
Okay,
So-
you're overthinking it.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm gonna say beard. Beards are now allowed.
Only mustaches
Oh,
are allowed,
okay.
and this is a rule that changed in 2000. So prior to 2000, none of these things were allowed, which I find interesting.
And facial hair was not allowed.
Yeah,
fairly
and
recently.
they now allow mustaches.
Okay.
So
If
men
a
out there with a
mustache, but
mustache,
a beard, you can't have.
you can
I mean,
apply.
Interesting.
I know, though it's like they're giving into a little bit of facial hair. You know?
You know why I said beard is because I feel like beard kind of encompasses
character-y?
it encompasses a mustache as well. So if you can have the beard, you can have the mustache
But
too.
so yeah, exactly.
That's why I said beard.
So you can have a mustache but no beard.
Right. Okay.
So
All right.
I wonder if in No Shave November they're walking up to people
All right.
like
I
too
wanna give
much
myself
hair
a
on
half
that
a-
face.
I'm gonna give myself a half a point there because I had the facial hair part of it right.
You did the 50-50 from Who Wants to
Oh,
Be a
right,
Millionaire.
right. But
You
then
got down to the.
It would have been
did your
beard
own
and mustache
50-50.
though. It would have been beard and
Yeah,
mustache.
that's what they would have given you.
Yeah, exactly. They were never any help. The 50-50s. That was the worst.
I know. They
Right.
choose the two obvious
Yeah.
ones. Number 8. What is the significance of the passenger, Mr. Igrog Sakul, while waiting in line at Star Tours? I might be pronouncing that wrong.
Is it something said something backwards? Is it a name
Yes.
backwards? Well, I can't have a piece of paper in front of me.
But, okay.
George Lucas?
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's George Lucas
All
spelled
right.
backwards. He's addressed as a passenger while waiting in line at Star Tours.
All right. Yay. All right. Happy.
Yeah.
Got that one.
You don't sound too
Happy
or celebrate.
No, I just, some of these I feel like I kind of should have known. Others I don't feel so bad about. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's good.
Okay, good. Good. You're feeling good about the questions, though.
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
I want
Feel
them to be
my
fine. I
hot
don't want them to
seat
be
is
easy.
cooling
Yeah.
down. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Number 9. How high is Sleeping Beauty's castle? Would you like the multiple choices?
Yeah, because it'll just be a general idiot's guess if I just guess it.
Okay. A, 77 feet. B, 91 feet. C, 101 feet. D, 189 feet.
I'm going 101 feet.
The correct answer is A, 77
Wow,
feet.
okay. Smaller than I thought.
And I threw in a little fun fact of my own. D, 189 feet, is actually the height of Cinderella's
castle in
Walt
Disney
Disney
World.
World.
Yeah.
So that's a vast.
Well,
I mean, people always comment on how,
That's
and I
your
forget.
thing. You always say like you feel like it's a letdown.
Well,
the
I've
small
adjusted
castle.
now.
Okay.
It's like
you
when
get used to it.
Yeah, when you only see the small thing, it looks like a normal size. But
Yeah.
I think next time I go to Disney World, I'm going to be like, whoa, that's a big castle.
Yeah, you'll be taken aback.
I'm like, that's 189
I'm surprised
feet.
I know it's small, but I'm surprised it's that small. I pretty
know.
instantly eliminated that because it just seemed too small
Yeah,
to me.
it sounds tiny.
Okay.
And my trick worked. I kept it as the smallest number so
You
it
did.
feels small.
You did.
And it did, because it
Good
is.
test administrator.
I know. New job. Okay, number 10. This is a fun one for us. What was the original vision for the Enchanted Tiki Room?
It was a restaurant. Originally, it was going to be a
Yes,
restaurant.
to be a restaurant where the animatronic birds, flowers, and tikis would perform an after-dinner show.
That
Well
would have been
done.
great. That would have been awesome.
I am more in for. I read that and was like, yes, I want to go to that restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm a little upset. Whatever.
Well, they can get more people in.
Imagineer
it's
stepped
a free
in and
experience.
Well, no, they could make more money if it was a restaurant.
I understand, but they
Come
can't make money on
I thought
every
Disney
little
thought money.
thing.
I'm just trying to think like.
You are cold. It's about the kids, about people.
No love songs
it's for
on
everybody.
my list.
Everybody come in
No
free
love
to Disneyland.
songs on my top
free.
5.
It's free. It's free. Come on in.
Okay, moving
free
on.
meals for everybody. Free Mickey Pops and treats.
Speaking of love and
are we done with this?
family.
Can I do more of that? Free this.
You're done.
Okay.
Number 11. I feel like a test administrator now. How many babies have been born at Disneyland as of 2012? So in the last 3 years, I apologize to the children that have been born.
In the park, like they've sat down on the bench and popped out a baby.
Yes.
Really? Mm-hmm. Like on the Jungle Cruise, we're having a baby.
Okay, I don't know if it was on a ride. I didn't get those details, but it was in the park.
So.
Do you want? I have multiple choice for this.
Well, let me take a stab at it,
do that.
and then you can give me multiple choice later.
Or if it's close enough, I'll just.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is gonna be one of those numbers that's surprisingly high, I think. So I'm gonna go 62.
Oh dear God! What do you think women are? How many?
I don't know.
Women are like, I got a week left before this
opened,
baby comes.
Since it
Let's
opened,
go to
right?
Disneyland because I can't ride any rides.
Well, since it opened, right? I mean, give me the list. Give me the choices here. It's a long time.
I can't now. I can't give you the choices
Okay,
now.
but you realize it's been open for 60 years or 57 years. So I thought.
But I think I think you're.
One plus a.
I threw you by making it such an open-ended because it could be, and it is a long
Right.
time. You're averaging like one a year.
Yeah.
Which sounds legit, but I think too you have to think like maybe if a woman goes into labor, she can then be like alert, and they can cart her off, and
I like my vision better of it happening.
Yeah, no, it sounds.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm like,
Right.
how exciting for those people that were born in Disneyland.
Right.
It is a small number. I wonder if they have hangouts. The 3 of them. It's 3.
Right.
That's the answer.
That's it. 3, huh?
3. I was surprised.
You did kind of set me up. I thought it was going to be a lot more than that.
I know, and my multiple choice were all below 10.
Oh,
so
okay.
you would have. I guess that now because I was like, oh, he'll never think it's He'll never believe that many babies.
I don't know. I wouldn't. You thinking about it now with off the hot seat, I kind of said, yeah, there's a little high, but I thought one a year seems like possible.
If I hadn't known this fact, I'll believe
Feel
it.
free to laugh at me for thinking 62 babies have been born.
That's not.
Okay, next one. I like this.
Okay.
Embarrassing myself or not, I like it. Well, I'm embarrassing myself, but I'm okay with that.
Number 12. Approximately how many outfits does Mickey have? I don't have multiple choice for this.
How many outfits does he have for the characters in the park?
For Mickey.
In general, holiday time, Halloween, Christmas.
And he's got some random stuff. You see him sometimes, you're like, oh, that's his director outfit.
Would this count? You probably don't know this. Would this count as like his 60th anniversary stuff?
I think because that's only one, and that would replace his 50th.
Right. Okay, so
I don't think that's going
all right.
I'm
gonna say he has. I'm gonna be way off on this one too. I'm gonna say 24.
290.
Oh my gosh.
290.
Through the years, he's had that many.
I think it's like current around what they shuffle through, because every time you see him, he is wearing different duds.
It's not different.
I mean,
the
maybe
same
it
clothes.
includes
Is it
some
the
throwback.
But is it the same clothes that he just has a different pair of shorts that are the same? He just can't wear the same shorts?
No, I think it's like his sparkly tux, his blue tux, because think of like the life he's lived, his sailor outfit.
These are good trivia questions, but these are not things that I'm going to know. These are numbers I'm not going to know.
No, that was a...
I'm way off.
I was just more interested in this. And then for side note, Minnie has 200, which I just think is funny that the girl...
She is less than...
girl has a third less than her boyfriend.
When was that going to happen in real life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But
that's why
Mickey, but...
Mickey's the main event. They're like, buy a new outfit for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
And then this last one, you know a lot about Disney, and I did not know this, and this is I found fascinating. Number 13, final question. What food was invented in Disneyland?
What food was invented in Disneyland?
I did not know
Doritos.
This. Yes. There you go.
There you go.
See?
They had stale chips. and decided to kind of package them with a nacho cheese flavoring, and that it kind of became a thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yes, I wanted to get the I think you kind of nailed it, but I'll read the trivia. Doritos were actually invented in Disneyland. The Frito Company ran a Mexican-style restaurant in Disneyland on New Orleans Street called Casa de Fritos. That right there is fun. Legend has it that the restaurant was delivered a batch of stale tortillas one day, but instead of throwing them out, the marketing executive had the idea to fry them up and serve them as chips. Doritos means little golden things in Spanish.
Yep. I don't know how. I just knew that, I guess.
I know. I love that you knew that.
I like
you rounded out on a win.
I like my junk food, I have to say. I'm a little embarrassed, but also proud that I knew that.
I collected Doritos, like the points on the bag that you could clip out in second grade.
Did you know?
Oh, my God.
Did you know? I read this recently that how long do you think churros have been a park staple in Disneyland? Or the Disney parks. How long?
It's only at Disney. It's a Disneyland thing.
It's at Disney World too. It's at Disney World too.
Hidden in the cracks.
Well, they have it, but it's only been. I read somewhere it was 1985 was when churros showed up at Disneyland.
I believe that.
It seems like it should be way longer than that.
See, but for me, that sounds perfectly legitimate.
It seems like it'd be longer than that.
My churro, I have very unusual churro association.
My kids love the churros.
They're great.
Anyway,
I do like the churros.
Was that the last one you have?
That was it.
Right.
Do you feel good? You've ended on one that you were like Doritos.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Boom.
Right. Yeah, I feel okay. I always like to do better, but I don't think I completely and totally embarrass myself.
Beating yourself up.
No,
you did
I don't,
great.
My life depended on. I'm not sure.
You got your mouse ears
sweet,
today.
Sweet. All right,
to
guys.
Draw from the quiz.
Well, we hope you learned something along with us on this episode. I hope
Heard
you
some great music.
enjoyed the music, and we loved having you listening along with us. Whistle while you work. I don't know what made me think of that all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But it's been fun.
Yes, it's been a great time.
Okay, and we will see you next time. Have a great week or a magical week.
Have a magical week.
Okay, there you go. See you later.
Take care.
Bye.
The Disney Click is a Meltdown Presents production. Produced by Terri Lubaroff and Mason Booker. Audio engineer, the miracle worker, Mason Booker. With your hosts, Rick Lubaroff and Briers Newman. Our theme song, King of the Swingers, is performed by the Swing Ninjas and provided by freemusicarchive.org. Jazzy Frenchie is our break music and can be found on bensound.com. End credit music Dill Pickles is performed by the Heftone Banjo Orchestra and provided by freemusicarchive.org. Don't forget to tweet us at The Disney Click. You can also follow us on Instagram at The Disney Click. Use the hashtag Top5 Disney Click to share your own Top 5.